Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do a Valentine's candle and this bowl here. I'm just going to attach my wick. I'm using my glue gun here for that. Just gonna attach it here at the center. There we go. So basically today we're going to work with container wax. This is my coconut and soy wax, which we are going to pour into our mold, not our mold here, our bowl here. We're not going to color it, we're just going to leave it white. And then we're going to work with a pillar wax, which I've already colored. I've colored it red, and we're going to do a lot of bunches of roses, and then we're going to decorate with those. Okay, so let's start with doing our first pouring, and that will be with this wax. I'm just going to melt it to 71 degrees Celsius, and that will be approximately 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, you guys, so now we have melted our wax here. There we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to warm up the bowl just a little bit so it's not too cold, as the wax is quite warm, so we don't want to shock it. Just a little bit, you guys. Let's pour our wax here. We don't want to fill it all the way to the top, you guys, because we still have to fit the roses. There we go. Perfect. We have to keep in mind that even though we have a bit of edge here, our wax is going to contract and move more down as it sets. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. Now we're just going to wait for the wax to set. In the meantime, I'm just going to move it here. There we go. In the meantime, I have a little rose mold here. I have put a toothpick inside, and I just went through the mold and just left it there. And the reason I'm doing it is because we want the rose to go over the wick, the central rose, okay? And that way it's much easier, because if we don't do this, eventually if you start making a hole inside the rose, you can risk that it breaks into pieces. All right, so let's melt our wax here. Like I mentioned before, it's a pillow wax, so we're going to melt it to 73 degrees Celsius, which would be 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, you guys, we melted our wax here now, so we can pour into our mold. There we go. Now let's leave this to set properly, and then I'm going to show you guys what I do with the toothpick here, because eventually we're going to have to move it and we're going to have to pull it out. It has to pull down first though. Okay, so let's get back to that. Okay, you guys, as you can see here, the rose is setting, so I'm just going to wiggle. Don't want the toothpick to get stuck. Just gonna pull it out. And let's just leave the rose to set completely now. As you can see here, it's also starting to set. However, it takes a little while because it's quite a big bowl, you guys. So let's just leave these to set for now, and then we continue from there. Okay, you guys, so I think we can demold the candle here. There we go. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to grab my tool. I'm just going to poke through just to make sure that we can get through it here. There we go. And let's put this rose aside. Now we're going to do a second pouring. This time we are not going to put any toothpick in there. We are just gonna pour into our mold here. There we go. And now let's just leave it to set once again. And this one we can just leave it here for now. Okay, you guys, so I think our next rose has cooled down. Let's go ahead and demold it. Just gonna release it here. Just gonna give it perfect. Alright, so now we have another rose. Let's just immediately pour in our wax here. If you want to have your wax cool down much faster, you can just put it in a fridge, and that way you can cool it much faster. Okay, so I'm just going to mix it here. There, I always stir my wax before I do anything, just to make sure that the color is still well distributed and everything is okay. So now I'm just gonna pour in all the way to the top, just to create a bubble there. And now let's leave this one to set. Okay, you guys, so I think our next rose is ready here. I'm just going to gently release it. There we go. On the next one, just gonna prepare for the next pouring here. Okay, you guys, so let's do the next pouring here. And we leave this one to set. Okay, you guys, so let's demold our next rose here. Let's do our next pouring. There we go, and let's leave that set. So meanwhile the rose is setting here, you guys, we are going to melt some green wax with the pillar wax as well, and we are going to do some leaves as well. Okay, I'm going to melt this to 73 degrees Celsius, and that's approximately 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, you guys, so now I melted my wax. Let's just move our rose over here. We're going to do some leaves, some nice green leaves to match our nice bouquet here. Just gonna do some different sizes. There we go. Perfect. So now we're going to leave this to set as well. Okay, so let's demold our leaves here. Really cute. It's a nice color as well. Go. Our rose here still needs to set, still it's warm. Okay, so I think we can try to demold our rose here. There we go. Let's prepare for the next pouring. Okay, you guys, let's do our next pouring. There we go. Okay, let's demold the next one. There we go. Oh, chipped a little bit. Have to be a bit careful. And let's prepare for the next. Okay, you guys, so let's do another pouring here. Leave this one to set, and then we're just gonna do another one. Okay, you guys, so we can demold the rose here. Just gonna be a little bit more gentle this time. Break anything. There we go. Now let's do the last pouring. Okay, you guys, so this is our last pouring. There we go. Now let's just leave this to set, and then we can start decorating our candle. Okay, you guys, so I think we can demold our candle here. There we go, you guys. So that was our last one. So now what we are going to do is we're going to have to decorate our bowl here. First, I'm going to melt the surface just a little bit with my heat gun. Now I'm just going to attach our rose here that we did earlier with the hole inside. There we go. Now let's put our roses. Fit them just exactly, you guys. and adjust them just a little bit here. I'm gently pressing them down into the wax. So before the wax starts to set, let's add our leaves. I'm just kind of going to add them on the sides here. I am gently pressing them into the wax as well. There we go, you guys. It's really sweet. What we can do, we can add a few here and the center as well. Just in between our roses. There we go. Just move them around just a little bit here. Let's see if we can fit another one. There we go, you guys. And there we have our beautiful candle. Really nice for a center on the table. That would be amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel if you like what I do. It helps me a lot to grow. Give me a like, a comment, let me know what you think, and yeah, thank you so much, and see you next time for the next video. Bye.